What's the price of palm oil right now? 25 liters at 10,500 in Lagos, 10,800 on the street in Kano. Down south, southeast to be precise, in Onitsha, that's 10,000. And you can see that's there in bold relief. That's the data supplied to us by Financial Derivatives Company. And one of the investment officers who put that together is live here in the studio to talk to us about why palm oil suddenly becomes big business against crude oil. Ada Economy is live here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Boy.
Yes. So it looks like a barrel of oil, $40 per barrel. If I multiply that in Naira, how much will I be getting? Not so much as the size, the amount to which a palm oil sells. So palm oil is big business. Again, we've seen this price push since the central bank banned FX to import palm oil. Talk to us about the palm oil business.
So in the 60s, Nigeria was actually the major producer of palm oil, and that accounted for the total world consumption was about 75%. However, it's changed now. You have Malaysia and Indonesia. Those countries are the major players in the palm oil industry. The thing is that oil palm, you can get a lot from oil palm, and it's in huge, the Western world and the developed countries are actually demanding this because you can get cooking oil, you can get frying oil. Is used for cosmetics, is used by the pharmaceutical industry, is used for lubricant, grease, paint. You can use that, soaps. You could use palm oil for a lot of things. But however, our production is actually lagging. We produce about 970,000 tons, and our consumption is about 1.54 million metric tons. So there's like a deficit of about approximately 600,000 tons. But the good thing is we are having some players now in the market, and they are looking to, okay, well, with the ban of the 41 items, we can't access palm oil again because we have to go to the alternative market, and the prices there are,
in terms of exchange rate.
Exchange rate, exactly.
So it makes palm oil imports unattractive as it used to be.
It makes palm oil import very, very, very unattractive now because the rates are really high. The transport cost is really high. Cost of importing, actually, and cost of shipping, and customs is extremely high. So we have players like Okomo and Presco now are trying to dominate the market and trying to see if they can produce for local consumption and for export, and that's reflecting in their results so far.
This is a good time. In every bad news, there's something silver lining.
Yes.
Because it looks like the palm oil companies sitting down in the Midwest, Delta, Edo State, down south, are the ones, in those states, Okitipupa Oil Palm are the ones who are making a gain of this FX ban by the central bank. Yes. They're enjoying the price, but they also need to increase farmlands.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, there are three stages. So we have the wild growth, we have the small scale and medium scale holders, and we have the large scale farmers. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, 80% of our production are from wild growth farmers, and these are small farmers that are dispersed, and they literally borrow lands from owners to harvest. So that's how it is in the country. But then the small scale and medium farmers and large scale farmers are at a very a certain percentage, not as much as wild growth farmers. So that's just the constraint that is it. But it seems like we're moving in the right direction with these players in here, and seems like the ban on that item is actually causing some sort of forward movements in the oil palm production.
I got a farm left by late father somewhere in Osun State. Perhaps I've got quite a number of palm trees down there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've never climbed a palm tree.
Yes.
But I don't know how. I still remember how to harvest it and do the processing in a local way. But the big companies, this looks like one policy in the right direction, as you put it.
Yes.
So is it time for folks who have some palm trees, farmlands, to say, look, perhaps I can sell this to the big boys, perhaps I can make some local product? Because if you look at even at the retail end, in Lagos, for example, 10,500. In Kano, that's 10,800 for 25 liters of palm oil. That is big business.
Yes, it is. It is big business. But, however, like I said, there's still some constraints. But with the incentives in place, we should see more people going to... Well, if you compare Malaysia's mode of production and Nigeria, Malaysia, they practice some sort of monoculture, unified farming. But Nigeria, we have too many players in the industry, so that's why they're a bit more successful as we are, because it's controlled by a certain group of people. But we have
a group of palm oil companies.
A group
who
of
go massive.
We get a very large scale production, but we don't have that. We don't have that yet. But it's not all bad news. It's good news. It's a long-term investment, and we can see that reflecting, like I said, in Presco and the Commons results. So if this carries on in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we could produce enough for local consumption as well, export.
And bring down these retail prices, isn't it?
Exactly.
And bring down about 10,500, that's quite a lot for just the 25 litres.
Palm oil is huge. I mean, China, the US, Europe, they demand, it's a huge...
So we just go palm oil and we can just leave crude oil for now?
I mean, in the global market, palm oil prices are about 20% year to date. It's trading, it's going for about 600...
Crude oil is about 15, 17% negative.
Yeah,
palm oil is higher.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so in summary, we need to put more effort in the agricultural business. We can see if palm oil gives us this, other sectors as well have the ability to bring in more revenue.
There may be some other day we'll be talking about coffee, tea, cotton, and those agri-products that we can get from the Mambila Plateau and what have you.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for that. I'd rather have, if I want to have an oil company, maybe I'll just be the managing director of an oil palm company, not a crude oil company.
It takes palm oil a while to grow, actually. So, yes.
Well, I can still plant at my age. Okay, 10, 20 years you can get some harvest. It can happen. Thank you, Ada, from Financial Derivatives.